So who do y'all think is the best Ninja Turtle?
Donatello.
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 What's up guys, and welcome to Nerdy Review. I'm Sir Captain.
And I'm Dr. Professor.
And today we bring you our video review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Starting with our first pro, we're going to go over the action scenes and the overall humor of the movie. They were both integrated very evenly and well, and it was entertaining on an aspect knowing that it wasn't overwhelming as an action film. Now the Ninja Turtles themselves didn't really feel like ninjas, they seemed more like super strong turtle supermen. But it didn't really take away from the action scenes and how they reacted to each scene and how they're fighting with each other. It was very entertaining overall, and it sit well within my my fandom for having grown up watching the Ninja Turtle original movies and also the cartoon series.
Right.
And it just fit in really well. So overall, that was a really good pro.
Right. Our first con of the movie is actually the overall storyline. They changed kind of the original storyline of, the origin of the Turtles and things like that, but also they made Shredder this kind of robotic samurai thing. I mean, I don't know if that was Michael Bay's touch, but it just seemed kind of weird to have this mechanical Shredder. I mean, I don't even think they fully showed his face once within the film, which was just kind of weird. It was basically just a man behind a mask, and he was also just kind of like a sub kind of villain kind of thing. He was the one that physically fought the Turtles, but there was also a maniacal guy doing a maniacal plot with chemicals and we're going to destroy the city, just basic cliche stuff. But overall, the storyline just seemed like it dragged, and in between those action scenes, it was kind of disappointing. The only thing that was really leading up to the action scenes was the story of the Turtles. Whenever the Turtles were on screen, they took it over completely, but when it was like just trying to build this specific storyline as opposed to origin storyline, it just dragged on and on. It just felt like we were dying. We were just waiting for the next action scene, basically.
Exactly. For our biggest pro, it would be the Ninja Turtles themselves. Mm-hmm. They were definitely top-notch. They were amazing just watching them. They stole the show.
Right. Everything
else was just there, and then you had the Turtles and how they interacted with each other was just it was just so amazing to see that between basically CGI characters and just how their personalities were portrayed. It seemed pretty accurate to what the cartoons and the original movies were. And it felt right. It felt like they couldn't have done the Turtles any better. Now, they were way different looking compared to how they've been. They were really huge, hulkling, just monsters. Now, obviously, people like Donatello and Michelangelo are going to be a little bit smaller, but even they're like completely jacked.
Right.
And it was just cool to see a different take on it. It was a little weird at first, but then after you get to see the characters and how they were portrayed, it seemed very accurate and just very fun just seeing the humorous lines that they have between each other and also how they work as a team to fight the Foot Clan. So overall, that was just a huge pro of the movie, and I definitely give that a 10 right there. But with the pros that were about to come next, it was just the Turtles just overshone everything.
Right, absolutely. And on the contrast of the Turtles, our biggest con is actually Megan Fox. April O'Neil, played by the wonderful actress of Megan Fox. It was dread awful at sometimes. She's just so vanilla. She's so plain. And I know what you're going to say, oh, she's really attractive, but that's not a quality for a good actor or actress. Like that brings not a lot of thing to it except for eye candy, and that's not something I'd go to see in a movie kind of thing, especially when it's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not Megan Fox is trying to be pretty on screen and act at the same time. I don't have anything personal against Megan Fox, but I think she's a terrible actress. I did not like her in the Transformers films. I don't like her in any film that I see her in. She lacks a lot of spice. She lacks a lot of character. She doesn't take her own character and think to herself, how can I make this something that is mine, or take it over? And like Sir Captain here was saying, like, definitely the Turtles completely overshadowed, but like she just dropped off the block. Like she was just not even there. Will Arnett, who I love and I think is a great actor, definitely overshadowed her as an actor, and he was just a side character. And that's saying a lot. The lead character should have a lot more spice to them, have a lot more personality, should leave us with a more everlasting impression, as opposed to, wow, that person was really, really boring throughout the entire movie.
Right.
It was pretty dreadful, actually, just anytime they walked on stage kind of thing. Anyways, so we give this movie a 5.5 out of our 10 scale rating. Now, don't get us wrong. This movie was fun. It was very enjoyable. It's wonderful for the kids.
Right.
I'd say go take them. The thing is, when we take our ratings, we're talking about critical critiquing here kind of thing. And so with a lacking storyline, with a terrible actress, I mean, the Turtles were flawless. They were great, and that's what brings the fun
Right.
and the joy out of this film, is the Turtles and the way that they interact with each other. The action was great. Overall, it was a lot of fun. It's still lacking on the storyline, but that's all right. Remember, stay nerdy.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I hope you know all the stuff that we do goofing off is definitely going to go in our end credits.
We'll be doing this the whole time.
No.
Yep.
Ready?
You can't do that the entire
Why?
time.
Yes, I can.
No, you
Watch
can't.
me.
No.
God.
Stop.
Hey, just ignore it.
I can't ignore it.
Chance to be funny.
Ready?
No, it's not.
Ready?
It's not going to be funny.
Ready?
Stop.
Stop it! Do it. Ready?
I can see it.
Oh God. No, because you keep cutting him off. Ready? Ready?
Woody.
Ready?